We haven't talked that much about the Houston Rockets so far this season.
Very impressive team, man.
Yes, man. One of those teams that when I came into the season, I'm like, yeah, they're going to be competing for a playing spot. They were competing last year.
And you know what's crazy?
No.
That would have been a dub if they were still in that same range that they were last year.
Mm-hmm.
But to see them skyrocket up the standings is kind of crazy.
With no real acquisitions.
No.
Internal development. It's people buying in.
To the culture.
I saw Cam Whitmore throw a towel excitedly yesterday.
He was super excited.
So I'm like, hey.
I saw him get an inbound steal, and I was like,
he's been phenomenal in these
him.
first halves for them, man.
Yeah.
He's been. I think he's trying to really buy into the defensive side and trying to be more engaged on that side of the ball. Because in order to play for Ime, you are gonna have to defend at a high level. And Cam Whitmore is somebody who can sometimes take plays off on the defensive side of the ball. And Ime has pretty much said that he knows what he needs to do in order to get minutes.
Yeah. Ime's one of those crazy coaches, man. He said in an interview, anytime someone scores on Amen Thompson, I'm upset. Because he's that good of a defender that nobody should ever score on him.
That layup that Ja
Isn't
Morant,
that crazy?
bro, the layup that Ja Morant had, that one where he did like a spin move and a crazy like double clutch. You got to do that shit when I'm on you. You can't just have no regular stuff. And I'm like, bro, that's a Ja Morant type bucket on a really good defender.
I got an interview that I'm doing Friday. And one of the questions I want to ask this person is a player's coach. What's a player's coach at the NBA level? And the reason it's been on my mind is because of Ime. Because when the Cam Whitmore stuff was happening, they like asked Ime about it. And Ime was like, I don't take nothing personal. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not a sensitive person is what he said. And like that was big for me because it's like sometimes guys can get frustrated and it can, could turn into something. But if you're an understanding coach who is a player's coach, who's been in the NBA, who's probably going through it yourself at some level, you can either go about it two ways. You can be sensitive and act like you don't see where they're coming from, or you can allow that player to just express themselves and then try to dial them back in. And that's what it feels like he's done with Cam Whitmore. He even said Cam's been good. He's been playing hard. I heard people mentioning body language or whatever. It seems like people are kind of looking for something now. He had a very efficient last game. Scoring is natural for him. So I'm always harping on the little things, the defensive things, and recognizing who is where on the court and how we have to guard specific guys. That's always going to be the thing with him and the young guys. This defensive schemes, coverages, and knowing your personnel.